Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're all right. In this lesson, we are going to discuss another type of leadership style, and we've already discussed three recently. You will remember, as they were called autocratic leadership, democratic, and laissez faire. This one's called paternalistic leadership. Now, as the name suggests, you would assume here that something related to parenting is part of this conversation, and that's absolutely right because here the leader of the company will become pretty much like the father of all the workers in the business. So all the workers are treated as family, and the leader is there to make sure that he's actually taking interest in making sure whatever decisions taken, it benefits everyone in the business. And of course, that means you have to be in touch with them directly. You have to have feedback coming back from your workers. You need to give them room for advice. And that's something that paternalistic leadership does allow. However, the decision ultimately still lies in the hands of that one leader, the owner, the CEO. So this is where managers are still making decisions themselves, but the junior staff and the subordinates are at least sought for advice and feedback whenever a decision has to be made. Now, the best way to understand paternalistic leadership would be to take a quick look at this scale. And this will tell you that since autocratic is here to the furthest of our left, this means that this is the more controlling of the methods, and the opposite end would be laissez faire, which is a completely hands off approach. Democratic, something in the middle. But paternalistic is a mixture of democratic and autocratic. But it is, as you can see, slightly closer to the autocratic part because the decision still lies in the hands of that one person. And this is what it would look like if you were to see a meeting being taking place in a business that has paternalistic leadership, and that is that the owner or the leader will take advice, will encourage feedback, will want their workers say in it, but at the end of it, the decision still lies with the owner. So when you talk about paternalistic leadership, you are looking at a situation where employees are encouraged to express their views. There will be regular meetings, quality circles, things like that, to have workers come on board and have a say in where the decision should be headed and what sort of decisions should be taken. However, the manager still remember taking all the decision making in the end in his or her own hands. But the workers at least feel like they're part of a family, and the manager is actually looking after their interest as well. In return, what you get from your workers, of course, is more motivation and also a sense of loyalty, and which means fewer workers leave, keeps your labor turnover low, means you don't have to replace yourself with new workers, you don't have to retrain them, you get more continuity in the business. And more continuity is always good for any organization. So, paternalistic leadership is again where the leader plays the role of a father in the manner of speaking, and the whole business, is employees, are treated as one family. Now, of course, you don't betray your family, and that's the concept that the managers will be expected to follow. And you should look after everyone and, of course, yourself. And as long as you can treat your team as a family, you are going to grow together. In the end, who's going to benefit? It's the business that's going to benefit ultimately, anyways.